Island Racing, and today we're out at the Indy 800 Butterfly Farm go-kart track. Today we've taken one of our sponsors out, Star DJ Hire. We've got Lawrence here representing them. Lawrence is an avid motorsport enthusiast, and today is probably your first day on a proper race kart.
Yeah, I'd say so, yeah.
Awesome. So we're here to give Lawrence hopefully once in a lifetime experience and maybe elevate him to a phase where he might actually want to get into motorsport himself a little bit further. But whilst we touch on that, Lawrence, what motorsport experience have you done?
Motorsport experience. Well, I think it originally started with Need for Speed Underground 1, the OG, and from there we went all the way up through all the Need for Speeds, and then eventually we ran out of Need for Speeds and decided to step into the world of real actually doing stuff outside of the TV. And then led into a few, the red balloon experiences, rally driving, off-road racing, stuff like that. But I felt those were a bit limiting, no offense to the experiences, but the coaches that are with you, they make you go a bit slow. Like, you don't really experience too much. That's just my opinion. And then eventually we stumbled into go-karts. There's no one with you in the go-karts. You just go as hard as you want. And then from there, I guess I took it another step, started entering casual races. And yeah, now I'm here with Graham to have a go at his go-karts. He's a bit more of a pro than I am, so I want to see what all the fuss is about.
Thanks, Lawrence.
Team music can go.
How was that first session?
And that was so much fun. Like, the acceleration was something else. Like, you guys actually race these things?
It's a lot more fun than the high kart.
More intense than the high karts. Like, I'm still getting used to it. I'm not quite there yet, but I think once I get the hang of it, I'll be hopefully quite up. Maybe not as good as you, but I'll get up there.
We'll get you there, don't worry about that. So after this session, we've got some GoPro footage. Zach was out there with him, racing side by side and just watching what he was doing. So we're going to give you some feedback, and hopefully for the next session out, we'll get your times down even further.
Hopefully. See how we go.
Sounds good.
Come around, but see how I'm constantly on the throttle going around there. So my cart is always sideways through there, and I'm on the steering part, mashing the throttle and getting it around. And then when I get to here, I turn slightly that way and then turn it back. And I follow this line and I'm hard on the throttle.
Alright, so you've had 2 sessions now, Lawrence. You got a little bit quicker in that session. We watched times come down. How do you think you went?
Definitely faster. Like, I could definitely feel that I was going faster. Like, not quite 100% yet, but I think I'm maybe a bit more room for improvement. Taking on all the advice I've been getting around the pit area from Cook Island Racing Team, and the track's drying up a bit more as well. Feeling a bit more confident, but I reckon we could go a bit faster. Let's see if we can do it.
Yeah, so that first session was really quite wet, and obviously drying up the track, going a lot quicker now. So how are you finding the brakes now? Like, again, we've given you some advice in that first session, brake a lot later, how to turn in. With the dry track, you find that also helps, like giving you a little bit more confidence?
Oh, definitely. Now that the track is drying up and the kart and the brakes as well are drying up, I feel I can brake a bit harder a bit later. I know if I go too hard, these will lock up. I might lose it, but that's in the back of my mind. But I also know I can now push it a bit harder as well, especially since it's drying up.
We'll break through that confidence, don't worry about that. We'll get you nice and confident, trusting in the kart so that you can brake and pull up real quickly. Alright, so we'll go through a bit more of that footage for you, take you through a bit more of what's going on, and then we'll see you after your next session.
Yeah.
So Lawrence, you've had quite a few sessions out there now. You're getting down there, you're only about 3-4 seconds off race pace, so you've improved quite a bit. How are you finding it?
Man, it's exhausting, to be honest. Like, this really takes it out of you. Like, just to put it into perspective, I decided to enter a 3-hour endurance race with the high parts by myself. And these 10-minute sessions and these, I find it so much more exhausting. Like, the speed just takes it out of you.
The speed and also the grip, like actually having to really turn
That is
at that speed.
It all coming together, just so much fun, but
Yeah. And it was a really good session with Zach out there. I saw him showing you quite a few lines and passing you through and really trying to direct you there. Did you find that really helped?
it definitely helps to be visually shown what to do while you're doing it. That is something else.
What are you finding are the biggest tips right now that we're teaching you that are really helping you go quicker?
Once everything gets a bit heated up, so tyres and brakes, the kart does have a lot of grip. I find that the kart is prepared to go a bit further than I am right now, so I just need to get that confidence to go a bit harder with the kart, I think.
Do you think there's anything you're learning from this that you'll be able to take across to you when you do your track days in your car? Because I've seen you do quite a few days in your Lancer out of London.
Yeah, I've taken the car out there. Not going too hard out with the car because I do want to be able to drive that home, but I think I might be able to adapt the racing lines and maybe brake a little bit later. I have the confidence to do that now.
So you just had another session out. This time we threw out in Zach's AX9. Same engine. How'd you feel?
Felt a bit quicker, like it was a bit more responsive. Pedals felt a little bit different too. Like I noticed I had to use the accelerator a little bit different to the way I did in the other car. Overall, I'd say this was a bit more responsive, but I don't know, something about the other car that felt more comfortable, maybe just because I got used to it.
Definitely. So you've done a few more sessions in it, so it does make sense. So from everything you've been learning, obviously we've been teaching everything in the energy, but obviously racing lines, braking markers, it's sort of the same. How do you feel like that transposed into this car?
I feel like the kart, this and the other kart as well, they're up here, and I'm still just a bit below the karts. I need to bring myself up. The karts are amazing. I got all the advice from today, and I just need to bring myself up to match the karts now.
Again, that'll just come in time, so there's no issues with that. And thinking about all the things that you've been learning about racing lines, what have you found and what have you learned about them? So going wider, hitting those apexes, how are you finding them?
It's definitely a lot better doing it in practice, especially when I get the hands-on visual experience from yourself and Zach out there on the track. I mean, it's one thing watching YouTube tutorials on generic corners, and it's another thing putting it all together physically on an actual track.
Yeah, no, definitely. And even when you're on the track trying to remember those little things as you're getting there, sometimes you get clouded because you're like, oh no, the corner's coming, hit the brake, and you're like, oh no, I hit it too soon again. Just trying to push yourself a little bit deeper each time.
And it's all like a domino effect as well. What I realised, you can't think of it as all individual corners. They're all linked, and if I stuff up one corner, it sets me back for the setup for the next corner. It's all linked.
Alright, well, we'll throw you back out in the energy the next session and see how you go again, see if we can get you back down in those times again.
Getting closer now, aren't I?
You definitely are. stressful, but you definitely have a lot of fun. That session out there, you had a bunch of 125cc karts out with you, yet you were going really good pace. You had at least two of them that I saw. How did you feel about that?
Oh, it's a lot different when there's more people out there, because it's not just got to focus on yourself, but also how to drive with the others and maybe potentially go around them. That's still something I need to try and work out, I think.
Do you think it's any different compared to the racing you've done in the higher kart? Given these are two different horsepower go-karts.
I reckon the basic principles are the same, but getting it from here to there is just quite different. Just the way the speed and everything handles. It's all, the key of it's the same. I just got to work on applying it to something faster. Yeah. Although I think you guys were calling it that walker shame. You had to help me come off the track. Belly today spun out. I just went in a bit too quick trying to gain an extra second, and no, it didn't go too good.
So unfortunately your last session got rained out.
Oh man.
Would have been like driving a jet ski out there.
Basically. Yeah.
So unfortunately Lawrence's day's come to an end, but how's your day been?
Overall, it was a really good day. Top stuff. I'd like to thank Cook Island Racing and Star DJ Hire for working together to let me come out here and enjoy this day. It's really good. Had a lot of fun.
Thanks Star DJ Hire for the 2020 sponsorship, and look forward to working with you through 2021. For all your DJ needs, please feel free to reach out to Star DJ Hire. So what were your key takeouts from today? What things do you feel like you've learned? What things do you feel like you can take away and take elsewhere to race?
Definitely, well, just to generalise a little bit, all the technical advice that I've received throughout the day, accelerating and braking points, racing line, do this, don't do that, when and where, just every little bit added up together, just make the whole day race up a lot better.
That's good. And what do you think your key findings are in regards to like braking markers and turning, like turning later or straightening up your line?
Especially after today, I think I'd like to point out it does depend on what you are driving. If it was a bit different between the two karts, so once you've learned the kart, maybe you can meet the kart next level.
That's good. And do you have any other advice from the things you've learnt today, taking away to probably your next 3-hour race or 6-hour race at Picton, for other people to sort of take on board?
You just got to have fun with it. Whatever happens, whatever the conditions, you just got to have fun with it.
Nice. And I'd like to thank Platinum Potions, my other sponsor for 2020. Lawrence is walking away with a bottle of Platinum Potions car scents, so enjoy that. And that's a wrap from our test day with Lawrence from Star DJ Hire, as part of a thank you to our sponsor, Star DJ Hire.
Thank you.